Music Maker guitar video. Josh Klein here with Music Maker. Please do like and subscribe, ring the bell for the notification, and go visit me on my website, MusicMakerLessons.com. I got all kinds of music lessons there for guitar. I also have a whole guitar packet just full of like scales, shapes, all that stuff. You can go learn. Today I wanted to talk about learning your fretboard, and I also wanted to talk a little bit about this amazing guitar player. I've been listening to him for a long time. Very, very inspirational player. Very, very cool stuff. Cool material that he writes. Anyways, the guy's name's Wayne Krantz, and he talks about this method. He also has a book that's pretty incredible. If you're reading about improvising and you kind of know your fretboard pretty well already, he's got this book called The Improviser's OS, which is super helpful. But that said, something that kind of he goes through, I think this is kind of what I hear at least. Something that he uses to like study is basically like position playing. So I kind of think of it like, I've heard of this kind of theory in like two ways. So like the Mick Goodrick kind of theory talks about how you can have like this, say, 4-fret position, right? So you're just on 4 frets using 4 fingers, but you can stretch like 1 finger down and get a 5th fret, and then you can stretch your pinky up and maybe get a 6th fret, and between that you get your whole chromatic scale and like all the notes you need. The way I've heard that Krantz does it, and if anybody knows this, please feel free to like leave me a comment, let me know like what the real deal is, because I've not heard it from the man himself, but this is what I've heard he does. And when I heard that he did this, I started studying a little bit this way too, because I just wanted to learn. But what I heard he used to say was that he would, instead of doing the 1 fret below and the 1 fret above, just learn to do without those. So you stay in the 4 frets, but maybe you really analyze what those notes do in every key, and then you make sure you just avoid the avoid notes and make sure you avoid any notes that you'll have to stretch to. So if you can kind of think of that kind of principle, maybe you have to just like change an octave of something. Like for instance, like this note G sharp isn't really in this 4 fret position on that string, but it's here. I can play it there. So like anytime I need that note, say maybe I'm soloing or something, anytime I need that note, I have to play it there instead of stretching up to get that. So you have to kind of consider your octave adjustment. I think maybe slightly more than in the Mick Goodrick kind of method, which maybe will, I don't know if this does this or not because I practice both ways, but I would imagine maybe if you only practice this way, it gives you more awareness of which octave you're in and where you're at and how to manipulate things so that you can get what you want. So that said, what I thought would be really cool is if I kind of gave you guys, my YouTube audience, a little bit of like maybe a homework assignment. And this is maybe how I started this, but if you can kind of, and when I did this, I wanted to learn how to solo better. So soloing, I don't know, I kind of think as like the top 4 strings of the guitar are the main soloing notes. Not that I didn't maybe practice this on the low 2, but I think this is really helpful maybe for the top 4 strings, because a lot of people are, like, if you're anything like me, I was playing a lot of power chords and bar chords in the beginning, so I knew my E string and my A string very well, but I really didn't know the rest of them. So when I went to learn them, this was pretty helpful. But something that you can do is just drone the A string, and then pick this finger position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And just start with that. Okay, that's kind of a spicy note. That one's kind of nice. Kind of a dark note, but it's good. That's like the same thing, but maybe a little brighter. So if I'm going to make music with that, I might just try and isolate that one string, just find notes that sound good there. Maybe a little James Bond kind of a vibe going there. you at least kind of start to understand what those 4 notes do against the key of A. Then move to the next string. That's spicy, but can resolve. Right? Also spicy, but you can resolve that. I included an open string in there because I don't need my fingers to do it, but that, I guess that's okay. So that's a little spicy, but you can resolve it. Maybe I can bend it. If I do that, you can get that lick. So now I'm moving on to the next string. I have this. Maybe actually I can play a little bit there. So you can bend that 4th fret on both of those. That works really good. So now, what's on the next one? That's nice. Now we're getting into some like lick territory. Find these sounds that you like and that are familiar to you, that sound like other music. These are all ingredients that you can use to solo with later. Dark note again, but you know, not unresolvable. A little brighter. With that note. Spicy, it's a major 7. But I can also bend that up. Now if I want to use some of those spicier notes. Then you start to add together. You know, what notes can you put all at the same time? If you understand that process, move up to the next fret. If you feel comfortable with those notes, this is just going to add one more note and it's going to be on the other side. So it'll be a little bit different relationship with your fingers. You'll learn that on a deeper level. I would just keep moving this up. Maybe learn 1 position per day in the key of A and then start to tie positions together. Next thing you know, you will be playing all over the board. But the idea is this. Mainly, identify, organize the sounds that you like, see if you can put things together, see if you can transcribe other songs that you know that you're hearing in your head and your brain, and this will be a helpful learning tool for you. If you just play it randomly, probably not going to do too much for you, but if you really go again and analyze, catalog, figure out what things are, and try to find your own voice on it. I think that's the other part. You know, if something sounds good to you, then it sounds good. And it's like up to you to turn that into what your vision is for that. So that said, I'm going to play myself out. Hopefully this was really helpful for you. Once again, please do go visit me, MusicMakerLessons.com. Get the free resources, or hey, sign up. We can do lessons. We can do whatever. And definitely also subscribe and like and leave me a comment. Let me know what else you want to see here, what else you want to learn. All right, see you next time. I'm going to play my way out.